Dear friends, based on the concepts of laws of motion, we would be doing some problem solving. So before going to the problems on the Newton's laws of motion, we would just revise in brief the Newton's first law and second law, based on which the problems would be discussed. So this is the objective of the lecture today. What Newton's first law says, which we had already discussed, is that if the body is at rest, it will remain at rest. If the body is in uniform motion, that is, if it is moving with a constant speed and in the same direction, it would continue doing that unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. Okay, so mathematically speaking, if the net force is zero, then there is no way that the equilibrium of the body is disturbed. That means the body, if there is no force, net force, if net force is zero, then the body will not accelerate. The body at rest would not accelerate, that it will remain at rest, and the body at moving with a constant speed and direction will not change its direction or change its speed if the net force is zero. That is the meaning of this. It means that this body would continue to move with the constant velocity, and this body would remain at a zero velocity if the net force is zero, because the acceleration is zero. So this we would be using for solving the problem. The other important law which we had discussed is the Newton's second law of motion. And what it says is that the rate of change of momentum, that is delta P by T or delta M into V by T, is equal to the net force. And the direction is the same as the direction of the force. So this is a very useful law, which can again be used for solving the numerical, which tells us that the rate of change of momentum is possible only if there is a net force, and that is proportional to the net force, and also that the direction is the same as that of the force. So delta mv by t we can solve as dmv by dt, and we can expand this as m into dv by dt plus v into dm by dt, which gives us the net force. So if we consider a special case, then this formula gets reduced to m into a. Why is that so? Because many times the mass will not change with respect to time, and hence with the m as constant, many times the Newton's second law of motion reduces to this popular form, that is m into acceleration. Okay, so the net force is m into acceleration, which is the Newton's second law of motion, applicable only if the mass is constant, okay, with respect to time. So we will be using these concepts now for solving the numerical. So let us go to the numerical part. Let me share the whiteboard with you, because these interesting numericals would give us better insights about the laws of motion, because instead of mugging up the laws, it is a good idea to apply these laws to the real problems. So what we would do is that we would take the problem of connected bodies first. So let me take some problem and let us see how to solve that. So let us take a problem. This is a problem 1 I will take. Problem 1, and the type is of connected bodies. Okay, we will deal with the connected bodies. So connected bodies could be connected in two ways. They are connected by contact, with physical contact of the bodies, two bodies like this. For example, this is a surface, let us say, and this is body 1. And let us say this is a body 2. So this is a problem of connected body where let us say that there is some force which is applied, and there is some mass here, and there is some mass here. Okay, and let us say that the acceleration is on this side. So how to solve this kind of problem? This is a connected body problem. So for that, we need to understand that this force would push this mass, and this mass would in turn push this mass 2, m2. Okay. If there are three masses, for example, let me draw three bodies which are connected with each other. This is, let us say, a body 1 of some mass m1, then connected to it is a body of mass m2, and then finally let us say that there is a third body whose mass is m3. Okay, and let us say the force is acting on this body, which is the body of mass m1. Okay, now in this case what will happen? This body force will push this mass and the body would accelerate like this. This mass would push this mass, and again there will be acceleration of this body, and this mass would push this mass, that is, there will be acceleration of this body. So in such kind of problems, what we need to understand is that the acceleration remains the same for all the bodies. So this is the most important rule while solving such kind of numericals involving the connected bodies. What we need to remember, that the acceleration remains the same. So how do you find acceleration in such kind of problems? So acceleration, which is a common acceleration in case of connected bodies, would be equal to the net force, which is the unbalanced force. Net unbalanced force is like this. This is net force. This is the net force, let us say, upon the summation of masses. Okay, so in this case, for example, your acceleration would be net force upon m1 plus m2. And in this case, the net force acceleration would be net force upon m1 plus m2 plus m3. So this is one important concept while solving numericals on connected bodies. The other important concept is the concept of normal reaction or contact forces. Normal reaction or contact forces. So now what is the normal reaction, or what are the contact forces? Okay, contact force. So let us say we want to find the contact force between m1 and m2. Between m1 and m2, let us say there is some contact force which is, now this m1, there would be a contact force in this direction. m2 would apply the contact force here. This is, say, some n. Okay. Similarly, m2 and m3 are in contact. So m2 would apply a force which is n dash, and this m3 would apply a force which is, say, n dash. Okay. So these are the contact forces, right? So these normal reactions, if you want to now solve such kind of problems, we'll have to use the free body diagram and consider the normal forces also in our problem. So let us move to one problem so that we'll understand how to solve these problems. Okay. So let us take a problem wherein let us say that there are three bodies. Let me just draw this line, and this is some body. Let us say this body is having some mass, 4 kg mass body. And then there is a small body which is in contact with this body, and let us say its mass is 2 kg. And there is again a smaller body which is having a mass of, let us say, 1 kg. And all these bodies, they are in contact. Okay, so let us say that there is some force which is acting on this body. And let us say that force is some 28 newtons. Okay, some 28 Newton force is there. And this 28 Newton force you are required now to find. And suppose you want to find the contact force. Okay, and you are asked to find the contact force between, let us say, between, let us say, the body of mass, between, let us say, this is called as first body, and let us call this as second body, between, let us say, body 1 and body 2 and body 2. Okay. So how do you solve this problem? So first step one in solving this problem is we need to find the acceleration, which is the acceleration which is not going to change. So this acceleration, all the three bodies will move with the same acceleration. So the same acceleration, how do you find? So we find this acceleration as net force upon summation of mass of the connected bodies. Okay. So net force is how much? It is 28 newtons. And summation of mass is how much? It is 4 kgs plus 2 kgs plus 1 kg. 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7. So 28 upon 7, which is 4 meters per second square. So this becomes the acceleration. So this is an important finding. But you are not asked acceleration. What you are asked is the contact force between 1 and 2. So let us call this as contact force is as N, okay, or let me call this as some NC, okay, NC. So you want to find NC. So NC is the force which is being acted on this body, as I said, NC. So if you consider the body, consider now step 2, consider the body of mass 4 kg, and I'm considering now the free body diagram for this mass 4 kg. So what are the forces acting on this? So one, this is 28 Newton, and this is the force, normal reaction contact force, which is NC. And where is this body moving? This body is moving in this direction with the acceleration of 4 meter per second square. So now applying the Newton's second law. What is the Newton's second law? So Newton's second law of motion says that F net is equal to mass into acceleration. So what is the net force now? Net force is 28 towards the right minus NC, the contact force towards the left, is equal to mass is 4 kgs and acceleration is again 4. Okay, so 4 into 4 meter per second square. So NC would be 28 if you take this towards this side and this towards this side. So 28 minus 16. Okay, so 28 minus 16 is 17, 18, 19, 20. So it becomes 12. So 12 newtons is the answer. So the contact force between 1 and 2, that is this, is 12 newtons. So this is the answer. Okay. 12 Newton is the answer. I hope you understood this. So in order to solve these problems, which are the problems of connected bodies, we need to first find the common acceleration, which would be the same. And second step is you need to draw a free body diagram for the body and consider the normal forces. Normal forces means the contact forces between the two bodies. So any two bodies which are in contact would exert a normal force, and using this concept we can